I truly believe that if you can master this one skill, you will have the ability to feel a powerful, lasting sense of joy, peace, and well-being every single day, regardless of what you're doing or what's going on around you. Hello, and welcome to The Joy Within, where we're eliminating stress and negativity, one thought at a time. I'm Kyle Greenfield, and I'll be your guide as we explore how to be calm, confident, and happy in our crazy modern world. Join us each week as we dive into some of the biggest ideas in spirituality and personal development. We'll learn what it takes to gain control of your own mind, master your mood, and navigate the many ups and downs along the way. Visit thejoywithin.org to get started so you can become the calm, confident, and happy person you truly deserve to be. Hello, and welcome back to the Joy Within's podcast. Today, I want to talk about what I believe is the real secret to outrageous joy. But first, we need to be upfront about what your current level of happiness actually is. Now, you may have heard me say that I have a simple litmus test for this, which is just to take a second to center, breathe for a moment, and then ask yourself a simple question. Am I outrageously happy? I don't just mean feeling okay. I mean outrageous joy, true excitement, true vibrancy. And if the answer is yes, you'll feel it. You will know. You will feel vibrant, you'll feel excited, and you'll feel full of life. Or you might feel a warm, almost gentle stillness. Or you might have the feeling that you kind of just can't help it but to smile. Those are all indicators of this outrageous joy. And it should be really, really obvious to you. If you don't feel that, or if you're not sure, that's okay. It just means that you're not quite there yet. But don't worry, because we can fix that. Now, maybe you know why. Maybe you know exactly what it is that you're struggling with. Or, if you're like most people, maybe you don't. There's an issue we have in our society that most of us don't talk about. It's something that I call unconscious unhappiness. It's that state where maybe nothing's wrong, maybe life is even actually pretty good, but deep down, you know that you're not truly happy, you're not genuinely joyful. And that's okay. It's okay to be in that state. It's not your fault. I mean, most of us were never really taught how to be happy, how to tune in to our real inner joy. But hopefully now we're on a path to change that. And I think that this belief that I'm going to talk about today will really help. Because I truly believe that if you can master this one skill, you will have the ability to feel a powerful, lasting sense of joy, peace, and well-being every single day, regardless of what you're doing or what's going on around you. And at its core, this skill doesn't have to be difficult. It takes practice, yes, and a bit of patience. But fundamentally, it isn't that hard to do. But you'll probably have some ups and downs along the way as you go forward, especially as you're just getting started. And you might feel like you can bounce in and out of this feeling for a while. But I promise you that if you follow this path, and you will be able to do it, it will become easier and easier the longer you stick with it. And eventually, you will have this amazing, warm, peaceful sense of joy and well-being pretty much all of the time. It'll get to the point so that if someone asks you if you're outrageously happy, you won't even have to think about it. You won't have to wonder about it. You won't have to question it. You won't have to hesitate at all. You will just know. You will just feel a deep, emphatic, resounding yes bubbling up from within you. That's the level of joy that is possible, and that's the level of joy I want you to aspire towards. So to get there, you need to develop this one fundamental skill. It's the ability to tune in to your inner resonance and to learn how to use that resonance to guide you in every thought and every action. It's a source of intuitive knowingness, And everything that I do here at The Joy Within is about helping you to connect with this inner energy. Hey guys, so I don't run outside ads or get sponsors for the podcast, which means I rely on you to help keep it going. The best way you can do that is to help spread the word. Leave a 5-star review, tell your friends, share it on social. I think we all know people who are struggling, and I know issues like stress and negativity can be hard to talk about, which makes sharing a link a really easy way to connect and tell someone you care. And if you find the podcast helpful, I promise you they will too. So do me a quick favor and think of 3 people you know who would benefit from this podcast and send them a link. That's it. Now, back to the show. There are so many different strategies and techniques that you can use, but ultimately they are all pointers, they are all suggestions, tools that you can use in order to access this joy in the present moment. And I think that what you'll find is that as you start to follow this energy, the way that you experience the world will change. You won't just feel better, you'll actually enter into a new and higher level of consciousness. And you'll start to have new insights, a new awareness about your life. The thoughts that you think and the way that you respond to the world around you will shift. And I think maybe that the most important of those realizations is that you are not your thoughts. And it's one thing for me to say that. It's one thing for you to listen and to think, yeah, okay, I know I'm not my thoughts, I get it. But it's another thing entirely to actually experience this knowingness, to know from the depths of your being that it is true. You are not your thoughts. And I think you'll see that as you come to know and to live this simple fact, you'll see that beyond those thoughts, you have a source of constant joy. And that joy is always available to you, every second of every day. It is always there. I mean, it just is. So to kind of put this into perspective, and I know that this sounds a little bit cheeky, but imagine that this constant inner joy is like the sun, and your thoughts are like the weather. The sun is always there. Every single day, it is there. And the weather passes in front of that sun. It blocks your view sometimes, and it blocks your experience of it. If the weather is bad, you might feel cold and cloudy, but the sun is still there behind it. And for most of us, when times are good, it's like being outside on a bright summer's day. We feel great, we're excited, we're happy. And at other times, and particularly when we're faced with a situation that we don't like, something that we don't prefer, something that's annoying us or bothering us in some way, it's kind of like there's a blizzard or a hurricane passing through our mind. When we're caught up in the storm, we don't see the sun, but the sun is still there, just waiting for the storm to pass so we can see it again. When we're caught up in our own negativity, we forget that this joy is there. We forget that it is available to us, and we forget how to access it. And for so many of us, we have fallen so strongly into that habit of negativity that we don't even notice it anymore. We don't even know that we can live at a better state, at a higher level. But I hope that you'll find as we go forward that your resonance is the key to doing just that. It is the key to leveling up and moving into a better state of mind. And if you want to stick with the weather analogy, it's kind of like having the superpower that lets you teleport to the beach in Mexico anytime that you have bad weather at home. Now, imagine doing that. When a storm comes in, it's a bleak winter's day, it's cold out, it's nasty, and you can just sit back, you tune in, and bam, you're sitting at the beach, working on your tan, ready to go for a swim. And I know that sounds a bit silly, but the point is that when you learn how to work with this inner energy, this resonance, when you truly understand it, and when you understand that you are not your thoughts, you can experience a remarkable, effortless joy anytime that you choose. That is what I hope to help you with and to guide you towards as we move forward. But I'm going to leave it at that for today. And next time we'll dive into some of the ways that bad weather, that those negative thoughts can crop up, often in ways that we don't notice or expect. Thanks for listening to today's episode. When you're ready to take a stand against the stress and negativity in your life, head over to thejoywithin.org, sign up, and choose the path that's right for you. When you join, you'll learn a simple process to activate your natural inner joy so you can regain control and become the calm, confident, and happy person you deserve to be. Visit thejoywithin.org to get started today. And if you enjoyed today's podcast, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love, because I think we can all use a little more joy in our crazy modern world.